several things. We would like to say several things before and after. Before and after, we wish to attune them. Yes, we wish to attune them. Yes, but we wish to preface them. But we wish to preface the attunement for the new student. For the new student, what an attunement is. What an attunement is an activation known through language. Is an activation known through language. The language is encoded by vibration. The language is encoded with vibration as you speak the words, and as you speak the words, as you intonate the vowels, as you intonate the vowels and consonants that comprise the words you go into an alignment or energetic chord. You go into an alignment or energetic chord with the intent behind the words, with the intent behind the words. The intent behind the words is severalfold. The intent behind the words is severalfold. When we claim you each in your divinity, we're doing through the true self. We are doing it through the true self who knows who it is already, who knows who it is already. Never once think that we are making you holy. We are making you holy. You're already holy. You're already holy. You've just forgotten. You have just forgotten. So the speaking of the words is in remembrance of your truth, is in remembrance of your truth, but it is also shifting you. But it is also shifting you at a level of accord, from what you thought you were, from what you have thought you were, to what you truly are, to what you truly are. Now imagine plucking a string. Now imagine plucking a string on a violin. Now the violin may be out of tune. Now the violin may be out of tune. It has been so long since it's been played. It has been so long since it has been played, and we actually work with you. And we actually work with you to tighten the string, but the first time the string is plucked, it may sound awful. It may sound awful and provoke some discord in the energetic field, as you begin to work. Through these attunements, you will find out very quickly. That they operate one upon the next, And by this we mean they are systematized. And by this we mean they are systematized to support you each in aligning to a new level of vibration through each intonation. You may do several at once. You may speak several at once. But you will only move to the level of the chord. But you will only move to the level of the core that your energetic field can hold and operate well with. We don't want to see you deconstruct ideas of self. We don't want to see you deconstruct ideas of self before you are ready to assimilate the true meaning of them, each attunement ordered in sequence is to support the ordering of the vibrational field to align in what we call the upper room, or a higher octave in the transposition of the old, and the transposition of the old song that you were singing, in your vibrational field, sung anew in a higher octave. And a higher octave is the active transposition, that must be understood as an agreement to your highest nature, Now, highest is the word we speak to intentionally. Now, highest is the word we speak to intentionally. This is not a placebo. Nor is it about making you feel spiritual, nor is it about making you feel spiritual. You're nothing but spiritual. You are nothing but spiritual. You just confuse yourselves about what you are. But when you invoke these claims, you're also invoking change. You are also invoking change. And any platitude you might use, to seek comfort through them will actually be replaced by an awareness of their potency, And when we say potent, when we say potent, we simply mean they are activators. We simply mean that they are activators. When you are activated, what has been resting quietly, may somehow be replaced, displaced, or moved or tumbled about, or moved or tumbled about. So we say this to those of you. So we say this to those of you who say, why would I wish to do this? Who say, why would I wish to do this? Well, there's two reasons. Well, there are two reasons: because it's who you truly are, because it's who you truly are that's being invoked, and you're claiming it in your own highway, and you are claiming it in your own highway for your own benefit, and also that the divine is who and what you are. The divine is who and what you are, your true nature. Your true nature is seeking its expression through you, is seeking its expression through you, and will not do this, and will not do this without the authorization through free will. Through free will, you have all been given free will. You have all been given free will, and to make these claims, is a use of the will, and a high authorization, to a new template of vibration in the energetic field. So this is the first attunement. So this is the first attunement, and it is to the word, which is the interconnection, which is the energy of the creator in action. You may say this after we speak the words. I am word through my body. Word, I am word. I am word through my vibration. Word, I am word. I am word through my knowing of myself as word. Word, I am word. Now, when you claim this, you are claiming what is always true. And we'll say these words for you. And we will say these words for you because they are spoken as the true self, because they are spoken as the true self, who already knows this to be so, You may speak this if you wish. You may speak this if you wish. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free, I am free, I am free. Now, when the claim of the word is made, the activation of the monad commences. The activation of the monad commences. The body is included here. The body is included here because the body is not separate from source. When you claim out through knowing word, when you claim I am word through my knowing of myself as word, you're reclaiming identity. You are reclaiming an identity as the divine self beyond the mask you've worn thus far, beyond the mask you have worn thus far. When you speak these words, I know who I am in truth. I know who I am in truth. You are announcing the vehicle. You are announcing the vehicle of identity. As transformed, the who that you are as the I am, or divine self. I know what I am in truth. I know what I am in truth, which is the vehicle of expression, the what of the form, the what or the form. I know what I am in truth. I know what I am in truth, the divine as expressed in form, And finally, I know how I serve. And finally, I know how I serve. Now the divine as you know how it serves, knows how it serves, and how it serves is by being transformation, and how it serves is by being in its full expression. It's not your career. It is not your career what you are called at the office, or what you are called at the office of your divine expression. It is your divine expression, the vibrational field in an assumed or higher state, The claim I know how I serve. The claim I know how I serve is an alignment to true divine expression, to true divine expression is much higher. It is much higher than whether you think you're going to get what you want by nature of a title, or an office. The claim I am free, I am free, I am free. The claim I am free, I am free, I am free, an announcement of truth as the divine self, An announcement of truth as the divine self is always true at this level, is always true at this level, but you cannot release the old. But you cannot release the old, the edicts of culture and society, the edicts of culture and society. If you are demanding that you adhere to them, that you adhere to them. So the claim, I am free, I'm free, I'm free. So the claim, I am free, I am free, I am free, a release of the bindings, a release of the bindings, the tethers, the ideas you've held about who you should be or must be, about who you should be or must be to get the approval of culture and parents, to get the approval of your culture or parents. Anything you think should be, anything you think should be will now be set aside, in this new claim of freedom, in this new claim of freedom. Paul interrupts. Are we going to the upper room today? Are we going to the upper room today? We might as well go. But we'll attune beyond that tomorrow. Now, when you claim I'm in the upper room, now, when you claim, I am in the upper room, you are announcing as the divine self. You are announcing as the divine self because there is an aspect of you. We call it the divine self because there is an aspect of you. We call it the divine self. It is always an expression there that is always in expression there. Do you understand this? Do you understand this? The I that is in the upper room, the I that is in the upper room is the Christ itself, divine self, monad, true essence, if you wish, the eternal self that was never born, will never die, that was never born, will never die. It's the spark of God. It's the spark of God as who and what you are, in fruition and realization. When you claim I am in the upper room, you are shifting energy field. You are shifting the energetic field to a higher state of alignment, than you perhaps have heretofore. And when you say these words, you are claiming the alignment. You are claiming the alignment at the level it can be held by you, at the level that it can be held by you. When you say this, you are willing to release the idea of who you were, what you are, and how you think you should be, and how you think you should be. You may say these words after we speak them. I know in truth. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. And on the count of three, Paul. And on the count of three, Paul. One, now two, now two, now three, now three. I am in the upper room. Say this, please. Say this, please. I am in the upper room. Feel the vibrational field shift. Feel yourself lifted. Allow yourself to be known here in the spirit of the divine, the upper room, where indeed all things are made new. I am in the upper room. You may say it again. You may say it again. Saying blessings to each of you. Return now with your thoughts. We will return now with a few thoughts to demarcate this occasion for the new student. For the new student, these attunements are present in your energy field. These attunements are present in your energetic field throughout time. Throughout time, you may always call upon them, and they will reveal themselves to you, and they will reveal themselves to you in resonance, or in vibration, What is true is always true. What is true is always true, and the divine is who and what you are. And the divine, as who and what you are, has claimed itself, has claimed itself in a higher octave of expression, in a higher octave of expression to play the station on this radio. To play this station on this radio is always available to you, is always available to you. The radio that you are, the radio that you are will move into vibrational chord, will move into vibrational accord, ACCORD, a CCORD or ACHORD or a CHORD as on a piano, as the attunement, as the attunement is invoked, is invoked. It is the attunement in invocation. It is the attunement in invocation that plays the radio station, that plays the radio station once you have been attuned. And once you have been attuned, it is ever so. It is ever so. It will be dormant if you don't wish to activate. It will be dormant if you don't wish to activate. But because this is always yours, and always of you, and always of you, you are free to operate as it. You are free to operate as it. Period, period, period. And they're saying period, period, period. Please return to questions. They're saying please return to questions. Okay. So that was some attunements for those of you who are new.